Forgive me if a couple of these videos in this particular series start to sound a little bit redundant, because this 90-second Bible study today is brought to you by a commenter who dropped 3 references into the comments demanding that LGBTQ plus people remain celibate to obtain salvation. They just cited Thessalonians 4, 3-5, so I'm going to assume that they meant 1 Thessalonians because there's no 4th chapter of 2 Thessalonians. I'm Pastor Carissa, and in today's 90-second Bible study, we're looking at 1 Thessalonians 4, 3-5. Once again, weaponizing Scripture to force marginalized people into situations like lifelong isolation is harmful. In this passage, Paul is telling the Thessalonians that God's will is their sanctification, that they abstain from certain types of behavior, and that each person learn to control their own vessel, meaning their body, in holiness and honor, rather than lustful passion. Trolls love to use this text to condemn non-conforming relationships. But let's look at the historical context, right? Paul is writing to new converts living in a Greco-Roman culture that normalized a huge double standard. Men were fully allowed and expected to use sex workers and concubines and other vulnerable people for casual, unbridled sexual gratification. Paul is actively pushing back against this toxic, exploitative culture. He's telling them to stop treating sex as a selfish free-for-all and instead to bring their own bodies under self-control. Theological scholars point out that this passage isn't condemning loving mutual partnerships. It's condemning the rampant selfish exploitation of others. So using this text to demand that certain people reject love and endure forced celibacy completely misses Paul's point. True holiness is not about forced isolation. It's about treating yourself and others with profound honor and respect.